Happy Thursday and welcome back to the You Good Podcast, the podcast where oversharing is encouraged and the thoughts get real. I am your host, C Rod, joined as always by my co host, Nick. There are things we did as kids that sound completely insane. Now, I'm talking about disappearing for entire days without cell phones, jumping off things that we had no business jumping off, and somehow our parents just kind of let it happen. I think the older that you get, the more you realize there's a fine line between great childhood memories and how am I still alive? Welcome to episode 53. Why were we allowed to do that? Let's get into it.
No, I don't wanna live where I always feel broken. I just wanna live with a heart wide open. I don't ever wanna feel fear anymore. No.
I'm coming in hot today.
Oh,
Coming in hot today
are you?
because I'm tired of the Miami Heat always getting the big splash names, the Dwayne Wades, the Shaquille O'Neals, the Chris Boshes, the LeBron James, the what's the other dude? The
Butler?
Jimmy Butler. They got, that was another big one, and now all of a sudden big old Giannis Antetokounmpo. Why can't the Magic get anybody like that?
We didn't give up the farm for him.
Well,
I mean,
we
they
gave the
traded
farm for
a
Bane,
lot of.
so I guess
No, we didn't. We gave up 3 draft picks. They gave up They gave up what 3 first-round draft picks. Tyler Hero, Jamie Vasquez, 2 other fucking players.
You don't think it's
No,
worth it?
and Hero and Vasquez are both legit. Vasquez is a stud, up and coming, and Hero,
Established.
yeah. I mean, I would love Tyler Hero in a Magic uniform. That's for sure. Jaylen Brown's out there. I don't see Boston keeping him in the East if they can avoid it. And we don't have enough to probably make them avoid, sending him to someone in the East. So I would
think
love him.
the most annoying thing to me is just my Miami Heat friends and how excited they are.
Oh yeah, because you can play basketball with 2 people.
In today's game, you can.
No, you can't.
You don't think so?
No.
Gianna, I mean, it's funny. 'cause
Everyone who's won lately has depth. They won't have it.
I'm about to sit here and say Giannis is old.
Mm,
He's getting old, but what
yeah,
is he?
but
Early 30s? Is he
yeah,
even 30?
probably. I
Yeah.
don't know.
He
9
started so
years?
young.
Yeah. Yeah, he might not be 30. I think he is though. I definitely think he's in his 30s. How many years has it been in Milwaukee?
I, I,
13?
yeah, I mean,
Shit.
it's been obviously at least a decade. He's 31 years old.
Yeah.
Which is insane to say that he's getting old. He's only 31. He was drafted in 2013, so 13 years.
Yeah.
Just means we're getting old because I remember when he came in as a young buck.
Yeah, no. Yeah, for sure. We're definitely getting old.
But you're
Yeah,
right.
most of the stuff.
I mean, when you look at the Thunder, when you look at the Spurs, when you look at the Knicks, well, the Knicks have some vets, but there's a lot of young guys
Oh,
too. Just the
y
depth on these
it's
teams.
depth. It's purely
The
depth.
Pistons. Yeah.
They all have it. Everyone that is winning and contending the last few years has a second unit that is legit and
Mhm.
have 1 to 2 people on that second unit that could go play somewhere else. And
Yeah.
we're close. Suggs plays different in the playoffs. It's a whole different feel. Suggs sucked. And I hate saying that. Suggs sucked balls
He's
in the
definitely one
playoffs
of the
for
reasons
us.
why we lost.
Oh, he was the reason. Franz getting hurt and Suggs sucking balls for fucking the entire time. Dude, I can handle him not scoring if he's shutting down players, but he didn't even do that.
No.
Like he was getting scored on. So then it's like, are you hurt? Okay, then I get that. It sucks. So we can't keep getting hurt though, right? The
Mm.
best availability is availability, or
The best
or
the best
availability
ability is
ability is availability.
availability. Say
That's
it
it.
right.
Yeah. I knew I said it wrong.
Say his name.
Whose name?
Uh, so I'm I'm coming to you live from Washington D.C. this week,
Oh no.
which is pretty cool. Here for work, here for the UFC event was just here last week. The big 250s all over. The reflection pond is full of algae, and the streets are running rampant.
Yeah. Welcome to DC, buddy.
No, it's
The
been really nice.
swamp.
It's been nice to be up here for work. It's great weather there. They said that it was supposed to be like the 2 hottest days that DC's had in months, but instead it rained and the weather is beautiful right now. So I can't complain. And I
Hey,
have
you're in a
the
long
best
sleeve.
natural lighting that I've had in 53 episodes of this show.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is
yeah.
very true. What happens if the sun goes down?
It's Thursday morning, Nick. The sun's not going down for a long time.
Yeah,
As I drank
right.
my old fashioned.
Right. Yeah, it's 8 in the morning drinking your old fashioned, dude. Real smart. Real smart. How's that convention gonna go?
What's that?
How's that convention gonna go with you toasted at 8 AM?
It's funny. I met so I work remote and a lot of my company, well, all of my company is remote. I'm coming up on almost 2 years of being here, and I just for the first time met my boss, my co-founders, my CEO, and my COO. Never met him before in person, so that was cool.
Nice.
We
Nice.
got we had a good time. We drank some espresso martinis because I guess that's what I'm into now.
That's
Stay.
fine. 3 beans? You got the 3 beans?
Do you know what the 3 beans means?
Yeah, I'm having a brain fart right now.
So it's health, wealth, and
And
happiness.
happiness. Okay, yeah. I knew it was like it's a triad. I just couldn't remember.
I had no idea until we started talking, and one of the ladies was like, "You know that there's only ever 3 beans, and do you know why?" I had no idea.
How do you know?
My cousin got me into espresso martinis a few months ago just because there's energy. I don't like coffee, but I like espresso martinis. It might just be because it's the Baileys, but who knows?
Probably just the Baileys, but guess what? You can get coffee that tastes just like it. So
I
you
don't
could
like
like
coffee.
coffee.
No, I
Well,
don't
you
like coffee.
do if you drink espresso martinis. So
Uh, I eat the coffee beans. Do you eat the coffee beans?
I don't drink.
Oh, that's true. Okay, when you used to drink espresso martinis, did you eat the coffee
I
beans?
don't think I've only had I think 1 or 2 in my life.
Well, it's
So
fucking
probably
disgusting.
not.
Coffee
Yeah, I would
eating raw
imagine.
coffee beans is disgusting,
I would imagine. It's
but it gives
probably
you
not
a
the
lot of energy.
greatest. I guess. It's either that or the cocaine.
No cocaine, just like 4
I
or
know.
5 espresso
It
martinis.
isn't a joke. I just smile.
No, no cocaine today.
No cocaine, just Red
Not this
Bulls.
morning, not this morning.
Red Bulls.
Ew, Celsius is only. Celsius only.
Yeah, same.
Don't drink Red
If
Bull.
I don't.
It's bad.
I drink
It's bad. It shrinks
Celsius
your
if I do that.
testicles and it gives you
Oh,
testicular
that might
cancer.
help. I might need that.
If you want shrunken testicles, or are your balls too big?
Not
Is that
too
what
big.
Oh.
I think they're right. I think they're the right size of big.
Well, this will be a fun one today. Super light. I don't think we're gonna get too deep. I think we're gonna have fun. We're gonna talk about some childhood memories. We'll talk a little bit about how we survived. I have a story to kind of walk through later of just some funny stories that I've had here. A lot of my coworkers are in their late 30s, early 40s, even some in their mid 40s, and a bunch of us have kids, and we were having some funny stories, but I'll bring that up kind of as we go on. Carter had his surgery, and surgery went well, so I am having a fantastic time thinking about that, but can't wait to get back home to see him.
That's awesome.
But let's get it started with our rotational opener.
Uh,
It's not going to be our song. We're getting there close. Maybe next episode.
maybe you probably not. You hate me, so
What is your current random obsession?
uh probably I've been be between two things. I've been playing a lot, well, a lot for me, a lot of video games,
Hmm?
which is like once or twice a week now, like not anything
What console?
crazy. Uh, Xbox, the only one
And why
that
are you not
matters
hitting me up to play video games then?
because it's very random. But I've been playing Arc Raiders. Do you
Hmm.
play Arc Raiders?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I've been playing Arc Raiders. I played it. My brother's been trying to get me to play it for months. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to buy a new game or whatever. Just, I barely play. I can't justify spending $40 on something that, even now, once, maybe twice a week,
Yeah.
it's hard to justify. So, but,
Arc Raiders
uh,
is the RPG game or whatever where you see a bunch of the clips where people are like talking to each other and then they shoot each other or something, right?
yeah, so it has proximity chat, but y- so you are a person, there's robots called the Ark, and it's a scavenger game slash survival. So
Hmm.
you can go in, just scavenge, kill robots, get a bunch of stuff and leave, or you could be an asshole and go in and kill other people. But if you're an asshole, they put you in asshole lobbies. So at a certain point, it's not fun anymore. Getting because you're now the one that gets just their ass kicked every time you drop in. And
Does it turn into essentially like Call of Duty at that point then?
no,
Where you're just fighting everybody
yeah,
else?
yeah, at that point, yeah. So like,
PvE?
there's multiple ways to play. Uh, Me and my brother tend to not fuck with other people, and I have yet to be shot by anyone else outside of robots in that game because of that. So, but it's super addicting, because like you want the better shit, but then also you can craft things, so you can go in and get material.
Hmm,
I mean, it's just a lot of fun.
that's
Uh,
cool.
so that's
That's cool.
probably my current
I've
random.
heard good things, and I would highly recommend the new Lego Batman game. I don't know if you've seen that, but
No, no. I mean, all the Lego games are pretty good. So,
well, they just made the new Lego Batman, and it's essentially like a real fighting style Batman game, just in Lego version.
oh, like a Street Fighter type, or
No, 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 it's like a free world Batman game where, you follow stories and missions, but you're doing, like, multiple hit attack combos and, like, all of these things that you would envision in, like, a real Batman game,
oh, okay.
except it's just Lego. It's pretty cool. It's pretty
That's
cool.
pretty neat. I'll play it when I'm over at your house.
I've been playing Final Fantasy X a lot too. I don't know if I told you that.
Oh, no, you didn't. I would have made
I
fun of
bought
you.
I what? Why?
I don't just kidding. I don't play Final Fantasy. I just don't like the way that the gameplay is on the Final Fantasies, like the what role
The
play,
turn-based?
the turn based. Yeah,
Mm.
not my favorite.
It's a little slow sometimes. I also hate
It's
where, like, you'll take it's like, Pokemon, where you'll take, like, 3 or 4 steps, and now you're fighting somebody else, and you're just like, "Alright, come on. I'm gonna run away because I don't feel like fighting again. I'm not trying to XP grind right now. I just wanna move the
yeah,
story along," but
I get that.
yeah.
Yeah, not like I said, not my cup of tea. So
Well,
it is
I
what
would
it is.
say that my current random obsession, did you see Liv Morgan on Raw?
No, I mean I saw what you posted. Was that her on Raw?
Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
Is
But
that
she's not
so?
random. She is my obsession, but she's not random.
Jesus.
I don't laugh, don't laugh. But I have been dabbling the idea, don't laugh, of potentially writing a novel,
Like nonfiction.
like a fantasy kinda realm. I don't know. I'm still I've actually just recently I had a very late night a few weeks ago, and I was just throwing random ideas. I started rereading a old book series that I had liked as a kid, and I've just been throwing the idea around of potentially sitting down and writing a novel and maybe trying to either use AI or something to like publish a
Don't do
book on
that.
Amazon.
I
What?
mean, they use it to help you, but don't
Yeah, yeah.
use it.
Not no, not to write it, but like however people do where they make these books on Amazon and sell them, whatever that is. Not
Think
like
they just find a publisher.
no, no, they don't. Not in
I mean, you could
no,
do it yourself. You're gonna make an audio book. You just record yourself reading it. We can edit it, and then you just throw it on there.
no, it's not.
Sell it.
You're not. It's not an audio book. It's a regular book.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
You
it's
want
my
both.
obsession, my random, not
That's
yours.
fine. Okay,
Go play your video games.
cool. I'll write a better novel than you anyway.
You wanna write competing novels
Yeah.
and
No, we Big Brother's about to start. We won't have
it
time.
is Big Brother. Callie and I were just talking about that.
Our BB chat's about to be popping, bro. We gotta
I am
resurrect it.
excited. I want to uh there's like a Big Brother what's it called?
Watch party.
No, like a fantasy app, like a Big Brother like fantasy app where you pick people every week and you get points based on who gets
What?
evicted and who doesn't. You didn't know
Dude,
that?
find it and send it to
Oh,
me.
yeah. Yeah, Callie and I found it last season, but not until just, like, a few weeks before the season was over, so we
It
did
was
it,
like two.
but it was
It's,
pointless because we were so
yeah.
far behind in points. Uh, but we're gonna do it this year, so I'll send it over to you. I still have the app downloaded.
Hell yeah.
I don't remember what it
Hell
is.
yeah.
Do you remember when we said we were going to
We
apply for
never
Big
did
Brother?
it.
We
Yeah.
never did it.
Yeah, but we can always do it next year.
We could always do it. The good thing about Big Brother is it's every summer.
We could do it next year. And I found out they get paid. They don't, it's not, yeah. My biggest like hang up was I thought they didn't get paid. Like if you don't win the big money, you don't get any money. And I'm like, how the fuck do these people survive? And I'm like, oh, they get a weekly pay.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I can do this. Hey, I
But
gotta
it's
take 3 months off.
I think it's like, what, $1,000 a week or something?
Yeah, it's $4,000 a month, I think. So it's like it's not as much as you make, but if
Mm-mm.
it's
It's still
enough to pay
something
your
to
bills,
survive. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
enough to pay your bills. So,
It's still something to
but
survive
by
while you're
that
there on a weekly
point,
basis.
it won't matter. It won't matter. By next summer, be printing money.
You'd have to quit your job, though.
Nah, take a leave of absence.
Just a quick leave. Hey, let me
Yeah.
go in the show. I'll be back to slaying these,
Yeah, I
suppressors.
made enough money for you guys. Let me go. I'm going. I'm gonna take off for the next 3 months, and you can't get a hold of me.
You can watch me. Well, I guess it would be recorded by then.
I guess until especially if you get jury, don't you? Yeah, that would
Because
suck.
then you gotta sit there for a few weeks while the game finishes out. Was it like
Yeah,
4
I mean,
weeks, 5
best
weeks?
case scenario, you win it, right? Worst
Mhm.
case scenario, you're in jury.
You
Outside
get
of
paid
that,
for jury, though, too.
yeah, you get paid every week you're on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think the worst would just like not it would be on, but then not making it to jury. So then I was like, I was off for 2 months, but I now have to go back to work because I didn't have a shot to win.
Yep. Yep.
But I could then leverage that to be like, oh yeah, I was the guy on the Big Brother, and
Hell
we would
yeah.
that would alone would sell suppressors because I would just be
No.
wearing shit like this the whole time.
no,
on
you get
TV. Just
you good podcast shirts, and you
both.
use that
Both,
opportunity.
dude. Will you do both? They're gonna be like, "You Good Podcast." What the fuck
I
is
don't
that?
I don't think mental health conversations and
It's gonna
guns
be
go
great.
hand in
They're gonna be like,
hand.
"How do you do both?" I'd be like, "Well, I'll tell you. So when you put a gun in your mouth."
Jesus Christ. Okay. And we're moving on.
And I'll write
Um,
around a better fantasy book.
yeah, I forgot we were talking about that. Actually, completely. I should have just said I'm writing like a smut book or something.
A
That would have
smut
been
book? I also meant write a better one than those.
awesome. Okay, so all right, here's the story that I was actually talking about. I'll bring it up now. I think it makes a good segment, a good transition into the first segment. But I
Segway
was at dinner the
master.
other night with a friend, and he's in his like mid 40s, and he's from New Jersey, and we were talking just about things, and somehow 9/11 came up,
Mm.
and his mom worked in the World Trade Center, and he had talked about how the World Trade Center, like he grew up there, and he had mentioned that his mom worked there for years. Like she was there in the 93 bombing,
Bombing?
and then
Mm.
yeah, she's one of those crazy stories where she was supposed to work the day of 9/11, and I guess she had a half day and she called hooky. She played hooky and ended up just not being at work when the towers went down. But all of this to get to the point of, he was like, I would go to work with my mom all the time, and she would go to work and whatever floor she was on, and she would just tell him, and I think he said he was like 8, 9, 10 years old. She would just be like, "Go have fun exploring the towers, don't get lost, and come back before work is over." And I was just like that's just one of the craziest things to think about in New York City, being 10 years old or younger in a massive office building and telling your kid, "Go play, go explore, go have fun, and just come back in a few hours." Like, the
He's
funny
our
thing is,
age.
like,
I mean,
most of
he's
our
our age.
childhood stories, like, they're just so chaotic like that, and most of the time we wonder, like, how did we survive childhood? Like, I even think right now sometimes Kinsley's like, "Hey, I wanna go get the mail," and I'm like, "Oh, shit." Like, "Okay, go get the mail." Is she gonna get hit by a car? Is she gonna get abducted before she gets down to the mailbox? No, she'll be fine. "Okay, you can go get the mail." And it's such a different world to think about. What say you on that?
I mean, it's definitely a different world. I'm just trying to think, like, he's our age, he's 40. I'm I'm just trying to fathom, like, us being feral Florida children in New York. Like, that.
Mm.
So I'm like, were there feral New York children like we were down here? Clearly, they
Oh,
were exploring
absolutely.
the World Trade Center. So it's like, okay, so that's a lot different. Like, yeah, we were in the woods while they were
Right.
exploring concrete jungles. So drastically different. However, feral nonetheless.
It's just, I mean, having a kid now in today's world, you're like, you know, who's gonna take my kid? Is where's my kid at? How do I stay in contact? And I mean, I think about it all the time. Where what was our rule? Come home before the sun goes down, or when the
Don't
street
talk to
lights come
nobody you
on,
don't
come
know.
home. Yeah,
Don't talk to anybody you don't know, and you have to be home before dark. But
yeah.
but I it, it's so I don't know. I think we were naive. I think our parents were naive to the dangers that we now know, right? I
Mm,
think child abductions were a lot more they're the exact same. However, we couldn't tell everyone about it. But like kids on missing kids on milk cartons has been a thing forever.
right, right.
So, I think now with technology, it's made us, I think, safer parents in that aspect. But I don't necessarily blame our parents. I just don't think they knew how bad that problem is. Like,
I don't even think it's safer. I think it's like you said, just more
yeah,
conscience about it?
It's more aware, conscience,
More is that is that the right
conscience.
more conscience about it? Is that
Uh, Yeah, I mean
or am I using that in the
it's
right
probably
term?
more aware is probably the better word.
Yeah, man.
No, I think that has a lot to do with it. Because yeah, we had, what is the FBI's most wanted, that dude, his kid got abducted and then killed, but Adam Walsh, yeah, Adam Walsh. Yeah, random shit in here, dude. uh yeah, so he had got abducted and then he's like killed. I think his head got chopped. They like decapitated him and stuff. But that's why dad made the show FBI's Most
Mm,
Wanted, was to try to
really?
catch these guys. Yeah. Yeah, his kid was a victim. So um yeah, those things happen, but you, without programs like that, you weren't aware. Like today, you just get on Facebook and
Mhm.
there's a bunch, and so I don't necessarily think the problem's worse or necessarily more. I think it happened the exact same. We just didn't know about it.
Right.
And like, so that now take that into that effect. It's like, yeah, no, of course you can't go down to 7-Eleven a mile and a half away. Like, no, you're not doing that. Like not at all. But for me, like, no, I rode my bike everywhere. Like I said, feral. We
Yeah.
no helmets. Helmets weren't a rule. I mean, it was at a certain point, and we were like, "Are we old enough to not have to do it?" Like, I
Do I
think
need this
I was
bike helmet?
close. Right? Do I need
Yeah.
to wear it?
As we have 3 or 4 kids on our bike, on the handlebars, on the pegs.
Yeah, duh. The green boxes, bro. We were always told those green boxes would explode and shit. And like as an adult, I've seen one explode. So I'm like, oh shit. Like they were right. Like it's gotta get like really hit with something,
Mm,
to fail, but they can explode. And I'm like, holy shit. I literally sat on one of those my entire every day as a kid. We had one right out in front of our house.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was nuts. But yeah, that uh drinking from the hose was a fucking thing. Like
Oh,
I'm
that's always the funny thing for me, like, when you're watching TikTok or Facebook or Instagram, whatever, and, people are like, "Oh, I don't let my kid drink this, and I don't let my kid drink that," and then somebody pops up and like, "Oh, back we were drinking water from the hose."
yeah, right. Like that. I mean, what other games? I mean, we used
We
to
had
play
a
football.
we had we built, like, a fort, like a clubhouse, like, in the woods.
Mhm. Yeah.
So we were just finding sticks and trees and we would go to like construction sites and we would steal lumber and shit. And then we would obviously take our parents' tools without even asking, just fucking power tools and hammers and nails and whatnot. We don't know what we're doing.
Whatever
We're
we
just
could
banging
get.
shit into the trees, making our own tree forts.
That shouldn't have been in the garage. Like, I get locked out of the house every summer. What the fuck? Yeah, everything in the garage is my domain. Like, what do you mean? I can't step foot in that house till it's dark. So,
I remember one time my dad was punishing me for something and he used to have the belt and I remember one time he got the belt and I ran from him, but I didn't just
uh,
like run to my room. I ran out the door and he,
you embarrassed
chased me
him.
out the
Got way
door
worse, dude.
and he's like, "Don't come
Got
back."
way
And
worse.
I ran to the treehouse and I'm pretty sure I stayed there until like dark until I was like, "Well, shit, I kind of gotta go home now."
Dude, I caught the belt so many times. Like, and then like looking back on it, I'm like, dude, most of the time I didn't even deserve it. Like there's a few times I did, and I will own it. Like I was a brat or something like that, and like most of the time, like that, I'm like I deserved it. Is like I made my dad look like an asshole. So I'm like, yeah, all right. Like I'm gonna get it. And then like the worst is like knowing you're gonna get your ass beat and you're an hour and a half away from home, and you're in a car, and you're just like you're getting worked up in the back seat because like you know what the fuck's coming the minute you get in that house. Like you're getting destroyed.
That's funny. That's funny.
No
Was there?
no child protective services called on my watch. Not for anything I've done, but got interviewed twice by them for my
You did?
brothers. Oh yeah, because my brother, dude, my littlest brother, he I think had a handprint on his face. I went to
Mm.
school, and then something else, but the second one was kind of retarded. So we
That's
really
funny.
like. I can't remember what it was, but it was like both me and Eric were like, no, he deserved whatever he got, like that sort of thing. It wasn't like unwarranted, like because that's the thing. Like I can't say that we just caught beatings to catch beatings. It's just like
No,
no. Sometimes I got, you know,
you
sometimes a
deserved it.
handprint, sometimes a print got put there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't imagine raising 3 boys 5 years apart back then. I like without corporal punishment. Gentle parenting I don't think would have worked.
Because we were feral. I mean,
Damn right.
having 3 boys. So I was an only child, and like I will say, I never did anything too crazy. I mean, I have a scar. So underneath my beard, I have a scar from we were at one of my friend's house and they had a boat and we were playing on the boat, but you know, like the tent stakes, like the stakes that you put in a tent to keep it in the ground. You know, we were playing like pirates or whatever, I think, you know, pretending we were
Yeah.
pirates. And I fell off the boat. And when I fell off the boat, the tent stake went through my cheek. I landed on my cheek. It went through right here. And like that was the only time I really ever hurt myself. I didn't even break a bone until I was like 30 years old.
Jesus.
But again, you know, it's because I was an only child. I didn't have 2 brothers. Was there
Yeah.
anything that you and your brothers ever did that was like super dangerous or that you ended up getting like seriously hurt from?
Yeah. Three-wheeling. Uh we
Three-wheeling?
yeah, we got three my stepdad got us three-wheelers, and my middle brother didn't. Like, so three-wheelers, when you start giving them gas, the front tire has a tendency to lift up off the ground, so you can't
Mhm.
turn. And if you're not aware of that, like you tend to go straight into things. And he went straight into a mailbox with his head and exploded the damn thing.
His
That's
head or
just
the
one.
mailbox?
Both. Both. The mailbox exploded. He needed like 13 staples. That one was crazy. Um
Holy.
uh, Jackass was a thing.
Yep.
So there's
Still
video
a thing.
footage of me somewhere. I hope it's been destroyed, like or thrown away or lost.
Is it
To
on
the
YouTube maybe?
no, we
No.
never uploaded it, dude. This was like VCR type shit. Like
Okay. Okay.
this was like real, like cassette. Like you needed tapes to make videos, you know. Uh, and we hunted my little cousin with paintball guns. I did tropical pole vaulting. I almost broke, and I also
Wait,
rode a.
wait, 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 wait a second. We're just, we're just gonna blow past whatever the fuck you just said.
Tropical
What
pole
is
vaulting
tropical pole vaulting?
is where you pole vault into random bodies of water.
Why tropical?
Well, that's what it was on Jackass, so we like just copied
Ah,
it. Yeah. It
okay.
was tropical pole vaulting. We went and hunted Chad. At one point, he decided he wasn't going to do it anymore, so he went inside, but didn't inform anybody because obviously we were hunting him. A bunch of time went by, we couldn't find him, so we knew he had went inside, and it just got way worse for him.
Hmm.
Um,
The punishment. The punishment.
yeah, we
Yeah.
ended up like we ended up shooting him enough to where he cried. Um, I rode a skateboard off a dock, almost broke my toe because the whole
Good
ramp moved.
lord. I
Um,
couldn't skateboard. I tried to
that was
skateboard.
just that was on the same, like, video shit. That was just me and my cousin. My stepdad shot me in the neck with a paintball while I was playing football in the middle of the street randomly. Uh, like,
Okay.
right here. Yeah, I score a touchdown, next thing I know, I can't breathe because I got shot in the in the throat. And I'm just like, "What the hell just happened?" Like,
The correlation of these stories is insane.
yeah, dude, it's
Paintball
the
and football.
paintball's a lot of the dangerous dumb shit. Like, we used to play paintball in our backyard, and so,
We
like,
played, with the pellet guns,
be the BB guns?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, we played full. Oh, you
Airsoft.
played, no, we played paintball. Like, we would wash it off our house every night and shit. Like, we played full on paintball between me and my neighbor's backyard.
Really?
Yeah, shot Alex in the finger multiple times. Like, yeah, I dude, yeah, it was we were
I was
outside a lot, dude. I remember just, getting in fights with with random people
oh,
that
so you
weren't
were you were a hoodlum, huh?
not really a hoodlum. Like, I didn't go looking for it. Like, it was mostly like Eric, my brother, was mostly the problem, and then I would have to go help him. Like I'd roll up on him getting jumped, and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is great."
yeah.
Like,
No, I think I got into a fight one time in high school with I think it was Brett Blevins at,
oh
like, a
no,
baseball
why?
practice, and when I say
Oh, it was
fight,
baseball. Yeah, I was
yeah,
like, "Oh, it's a
when I say
baseball." It was one of
fight,
those, like,
I think maybe, well, we
we
punched
got on
each
each
other in
other's
the chest or
nerves,
something,
right?
uh, because I mean, it wasn't until college that I got into, like, my actual first real fight, like, where I got punched in the face. I was definitely a cautious kid. I don't wanna say scared, but, like, I didn't wanna get hurt, so I didn't skateboard, I didn't like I said, I didn't break
Mhm,
any bones, I didn't do anything crazy. I think the craziest thing I did would maybe have been jumping off of my roof into, like, my pool, but the pool was
mm,
only, like, 3 feet away from where the roof
yeah.
overhang was. Uh, but, I'm afraid of heights, so even, like, getting on the roof was scary for me, and, I have terrible balance, so I wasn't good at skateboarding, I couldn't do
Mm.
any, like, that BMXing shit. I was just a very cautious child.
I I get that. We Mine was more calculated risks.
Mm.
Like, not, like, I am very cautious as well for the most part, but, like, sometimes it's just like, yeah, this should be fun, could be fun. So,
Could be fun.
uh, but but I think a lot of, like, the skateboarding and all that, we were outside
Mm. Yeah,
10 hours a day. So what you're gonna do everything, and, sometimes, like, it started with skating, and then, like,
yep,
I didn't wanna skate.
rollerblading.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
rollerblading, but I
I did
had
rollerblade. I rollerbladed all the time.
it was most of the time, it was just me and my middle brother, Eric.
Mm.
Like, we would play baseball. I remember getting hit in the face with tennis balls all the time because he hit it so hard up the middle, and I would just I'd pitch and just wear it because it didn't have we were either too close,
Boom.
you know what I mean? Like, or
Yeah,
don't have gloves on, like,
yeah.
just wham, and you're just like, "Oh," and and him laughing his ass to first and stuff like that, but a lot of it was just me and him doing a bunch of sports, playing manhunt with the neighborhood kids,
Right.
and just going around manhunt. Yeah, like, once we got older, it turned into that, like, that where we're now going across the whole neighborhood doing
Yeah.
this stuff, not just in the front yard.
Here's the thing though, is we had freedom, right, that a lot of these kids don't have, but what we also had was the ability to, like, figure things out on our own. Because you just said it, you hit the nail on the head. We were outside, 10 hours. We would get home from school, or even, it would be summer, and come home when the lights are down, like, that's it. You wanna get on your bike and you wanna go be with the boys in the neighborhood, we'll see you in a few hours, and we were allowed to figure things out on our own. Like, we were curious, we were exploratory, we had an imagination, and I was, I'm here at this work conference where most of the stuff that we're talking about is captured by AI, even to the point where I talked to some like 17-year-old CEO today that's trying to make this business out of AI, and I started talking to him and he just said like some of the dumbest things because he's clearly relying on AI to do everything for him, and he doesn't have the ability to like figure something out on his own. And I feel like that's going to be the kids coming up where, you know, oh, how do I do something? Well, there's YouTube or Chat GPT or
Oh,
Claude or something
for
out there.
sure.
Google, just a Google search. Tell me how to do something that I can't do, and don't give me the ability to like figure out something on my own. Does that make sense?
It does. I think our generation's very rare. I think it's in history, I think, like, our generation's gonna go down as one of the rarest because we grew up in the best, literally the best of both worlds. We grew
Mhm,
up at the time where we didn't have the technology,
mhm.
and then when we did get it, we were young enough to where we grew with it. So,
Mhm.
like, we've been growing with this stuff since its inception, and I think that's what these kids don't understand. It's like, yeah, I also can remember things.
Right.
So, like, I have the ability to, once I heard it, it's gonna stay there. I don't have to carry this around and I need to refer to this every time I have a problem. It's like, no, I've already came across this. I don't need to keep asking this machine a
Right.
question on how to fix something. But I think that has a lot, like, we are rare, and you said it, a lot of it's going to be all up. It's all, like, our children don't get that. Like, our children don't get to do what we did. We can to an extent, but, like, there's no way I'm gonna let my kid be unsupervised for 10 hours.
And
You know?
but I want to. I want to because that's what I had,
But it's
but
not them. It's
it's
not
not.
them. It's the
No.
world we live in, and we know
Yep.
better.
Yeah.
Now, because if back then, if something happened to us, we can almost be like, "Well, we didn't know no better." Not like us, but our parents, like, we did, but we didn't. We gave
Or it
them
was our
everything they
fault.
needed.
Or it was our
Right,
fault.
or yeah, that yeah, most
Yeah.
yeah. I wasn't pretty enough. I wasn't getting touched, okay? So, and truth be told, I probably would've fought. Like, that was not gonna be that was never gonna be a thing,
Yeah.
but they were happening at an alarming rate. We didn't have, like, the sex offender lists that we could just go online and look up the neighborhood, you know?
Yeah.
And dude, it's just, if something happened to our kids now like that, it's completely avoidable
Yeah.
because we don't need to be doing that. We don't need to, like, there's other ways for them to be creative or, figure things out on their own. Like, here, I mean, there's plenty of options that don't involve being unsupervised for 10 hours in the streets, you know? I think that's the caveat here. I don't think our parents should be, they're not at fault for anything. Obviously, like, nothing
No.
happened to us, but if something were to happen, I still, it's just not naive, I guess, being naive or ignorant to what actually is a very big problem,
Mm.
as far as that goes. So,
Yeah. Yeah. It's I mean, but
do, do,
somehow we survived all of that, right? And it's so
I have
cool to
a
think about.
question
Oh,
off of that.
do you?
Like, yes. Do you think that kids now miss out because of being protected
Absolutely.
so much?
Absolutely. It's not even a question. Like I the other day, and I mean this is not even missing out, but this is just something that talks about correlation. Is the other day we were at the mall for Kinsley's birthday, and this dude was pushing his baby in a stroller with a tablet hanging down from like the handlebar, right? Or the strollers that people can rent now, they're tablet strollers, where like tablets built into the stroller, and like that just shows that you're not even 1 years old and you're locked into a fucking screen. You're locked in right here. This is where your attention at. It's not being open to like what's around you and the surroundings and being curious. And I absolutely believe that children growing up are missing out on just so many exploratory things, because they have access to all of this internet. And like I really firmly believe, and I did this with Kinsley and I do it with Tegan and with Carter, is they shouldn't have technology. Go out, go be a kid, go ride bikes, go
Mhm.
play with the neighborhood kids. Me as a parent, be a little bit more conscious about um doing it protective, in a protective way, or in a safe way, where it's like, Kinsley's 11 and now she has a watch. It's like an iWatch that shows her location, or she could call or text, and we're being, a little bit more open of giving her that freedom.
Mhm.
But at the same time, she's 11. Like when we were playing outside, we were like 6, 7, 8 years old.
Dude, yeah. I mean, by 11, I was all over the fucking
Yeah,
neighborhood,
so
going to 7-Eleven,
right.
mowing the lawn. So yeah, I had
You're
a
missing out on so much, so
I
much.
I one way to fix it, I guess, is to normalize like buying compounds with your friends that are
Mm,
just acreages and letting your kids roam.
mm.
I like I like I think that's like one of the only ways so you can have feral children's like farm
Yeah,
farms or
yeah,
like homesteads,
yeah,
like where they just have the ability and you're like, I'm not worried about any other person.
yeah, 'cause
Like if they're
it's
gonna get fucked
not
up, it's gonna be an animal or something.
right.
And that's my and like at that point it's like I can deal with that. If they're not going to be small enough to be a victim to an apex predator out there. It's like, oh, what's the worst that can happen here? Bears? Yeah, we're not going near bears.
I
Run.
mean, or snakes, we used to put them
But
on the
even that
water,
that
we
could
used to
happen
play in the
anywhere.
creeks. Yeah,
But that could happen anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So like, I'm not. What I'm worried about is other people, not kids not being able to experience like, oh, that I shouldn't touch that nope rope. Like.
Yeah.
And let them figure it out when they get bit. It's like, oh shit. Like obviously give them the tools to not get bit by anything that could kill them, but at the same time,
Like,
if it
it's even kind of
happens,
sad to think about, because like, I want, Kinsey's like, always like, "Oh, I wanna go ride my bike." Okay, great, but I have to go with you. And I hate that,
yeah.
like, I hate that. But I would love to, like, be like, "Yeah, go ride your bike, come back." But if I were to do that, I'd be like, "Oh, man, is she gonna get hit by somebody? Like, is she coming back?" And I don't know, I've never talked to my parents about how they felt when I was out riding my bike, but I
I'm sure it was the
guarantee you,
same.
but I don't think so. I mean,
You
if I
just
was
think
a
they
him
didn't care? I don't think they didn't care. I think they worried, but I
you
also
think?
think they trusted that we weren't gonna do anything stupid. And again, I think it's more a naivety or like I can't even think of the word. Uh, I think it's very naive to think that I think they just didn't know, like
Yeah.
I just don't think they knew like all these dangers existed, and if they did, it wasn't.
I don't think honestly, I don't think they thought about it. I think if I was like, "Hey, mom, I'm going to ride my bike. I'll be back in a few hours," and she'd be like, "Okay, great." And then
Your
she
mom
goes,
definitely thought about it.
I'm
A
gonna have to I'm gonna
thousand
have I'm gonna
percent.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm gonna have to ask her. I'm gonna have
No,
to
she
ask
yeah.
her and be
No, she
like, "How
definitely
did
every
you
time you
feel?"
left her sight, she thought about
I
you.
d I
I'm
d
There's no doubt in my mind.
I don't
I
think
think
not.
I think there's a lot to the time where you're with friends. All of these things come into effect. Like it's like, okay, I don't really have to worry. There's 10 of them.
Yeah.
Like, and again, I don't know. Depending on the neighborhood, I would probably let my kid ride their bike. Like I probably would be out front. Be like, hey,
Mhm.
I need you to make a lap every so often so I see you. Something like that to where like give them the freedom, but also I need to be able to make eyes on you every 15 minutes. Make
Yeah.
sure and then if they don't check in, then get worried. But you get them a watch, you get them something to where you can track them. Then it gets a little bit easier to be like, okay,
Yeah.
have fun.
Yeah.
Because dude, you got to give them the freedom to
Have to. Have
make
to.
mistakes.
Yeah.
Like you got to give them the freedom to make mistakes. That's how they learn, man.
That's
Like,
that's why
push the
we
boundaries. I told you you couldn't cross that street. I found you 2 blocks over. What the fuck are you doing?
yeah.
You know, but we all did it, right?
I just think my anxiety is always at an all-time high, like when my kid's not in front of me. And it's
Well, yeah.
but
You
I don't
you
know.
would think
I
you'd be
mean,
used to it though, like with like the split households. I trust me, that took a long time to be like, okay, I have to just trust that it's okay.
you
Like
have to.
if it wasn't, I'd be getting a phone call, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not easy, but
It's also a double-sided coin of like, hey, I don't want my kid to have technology too early, but at the same
yeah.
time, maybe they have to have technology to be safe, and
But
it's
I
that
think it's
middle
like you
ground.
said. I think it's like a watch. I think or it's
Yeah.
like that phone that they can't call their friends. You know,
Yeah.
it's like they make the technology that makes sense. You know, like I agree. I don't think children need iPads. I don't think that the technology should be raising their children. I'm interested to see the new Toy Story because I'm sure that has a lot to do with the
It does.
plot,
Yeah.
and
It's
with it
technology
being
versus kids. Yeah.
right, and so I'm sure that has a lot to do with the plot. So I've been a big proprietor of the kids don't need this stuff, but what age do they start needing it? Like we were told our entire lives we wouldn't have calculators. That's why we learned math. Well, now they have calculators. So, it's hard to be
You're
like,
never
"Oh,
gonna
you'll
have a
never
calculator
have
in your
this."
hand at all times.
Right. I don't but to be fair, that didn't exist. There
Yeah.
was no I don't think anybody that taught us had the forethought to be like, "Oh, there could be a
Yeah.
supercomputer in your pocket." When you tell kids these days like what you walk around in your pocket is more technology that put people on the moon. They're like, "What?" I'm like, "You have no idea the amount of," and it took up a whole room, and it
Right.
had, like, 32 gigs of RAM. Like, and that's
I
a
want you
standard now.
you wanna
Like,
laugh? You wanna laugh? So, the person that I manage, she's younger, and we were talking about dial-up internet, and we were talking about how, man, how do I say this? Okay, I'm not gonna put any names out there, but somebody that works at my company, their father created the internet. They created www dot.
the World Wide Web.
Yes. Their daughter works for my company. And that's how we got into discussion of like like we didn't have Google, we had Ask Jeeves.
Jeeves.
And we didn't have Google. She was like, "Well, what did your computer open up to?" Well, I was like, "It was AOL, it was MSN." I
Whoever your
even saying
provider
like,
was.
"What's that?"
Whoever your provider
Right.
was.
Yeah. Whatever, if you had a Yahoo domain, you opened up to Yahoo, and we had to get 30-day trials of internet. Like sometimes our internet was on disk, or you had to dial in and beep beep beep. Told her all these things, which blew her mind. She's like, "What are you talking about?" And it's just I don't even I forgot where I was going with this story, but all of that to say, it's just wild to how she like had no conception of you had to dial a phone to connect to the internet and you couldn't call other people, and I was like, "No,
'Cause it's been
nope,
there their whole lives.
yeah,
They never that's what I'm saying, like, with us, I was one of the first people I knew of that had a server and knew what a server was, but that's because my dad was a giant nerd. I had a
yeah,
dedicated phone line for our internet. Like we had 2 phone lines,
Hmm.
and so one was for you can make calls, and the other one was for internet. My
Yep.
dad wanted internet anytime he was home, and so we had it, and then, like I said, I had a server, and so at a certain point, there was cable ran through our whole house, and even that got expensive, and it
Yep.
wasn't even Cat 5, it was literally telephone, like the telephone cable, and when you tell people that, they're like, "What?" It's like, "Yeah, it literally made a phone call. It was dialing in, and it would make a phone call, and that's how it connected." And they're like, "What?"
And like we're not that old. We're not that old, but yet we're talking to people who are 10 years younger than us. And like you mentioned at the top of the episode, that's just the generation we grew up with where technology sped up so fast that
So fast.
you could look at a
The
decade and there's dial-up internet or there's high-speed internet in
just
just 10 years.
if you take the last 50 years, there's been more technology the last 50 than the
Yeah.
previous, what, 200 almost?
Insane.
Like,
Insane.
as far as, like, improvements and
Yeah.
things like that,
The
it's
timeline of life.
absolutely yeah,
Yeah.
it's nuts. And it's gonna just continually go exponential because now we have computers doing all the thinking. And I hate to say it, but, like, was Wally right? Like, are we literally just gonna be a bunch of fat people hovering around watching screens? And
Maybe.
and it's like
Maybe.
the way we're going, it's like, yeah, people don't think for themselves.
Nope.
They parrot whatever they hear on TV. And then they fight with people that don't think the same as them. And I'm like, that is the dumbest way to think ever. But
Or they just
when
copy
you have
everybody. Or they
well,
just
that's the
copy
thing,
somebody
parrot.
and do the same
That's what
thing.
I'm saying, they parrot.
Yeah.
It's you're not original, and if you are, you're not prosecuted, but you're not popular. It's everybody wants the same stuff,
Hmm.
and it's really sad. And one of my sayings, and it's been a saying for a very long time, is read a fucking book.
Hmm.
Read a fucking book because Li I if you can't read a book, then it says a lot about you as a person. Like, I can't sit down, I don't have the patience to get through it, I don't have the ability to imagine what I'm reading in my mind,
That
like,
that that
and
right there.
comprehend what's going on. So it's like, that where did we lose that as a society? Because that was taught to us. You know what I'm saying? Like that was taught to us. So where did we lose that?
Well, I mean, the answer is easy, right? Uh, internet, but it goes even deeper, like audiobooks. Like people don't read because they can just have it read to them.
Yeah, but
Uh,
if they can't imagine it, what is it
right,
doing? So
right.
is it just noise? Like, are you understanding the words that you're hearing? Are you comprehending them?
Mm,
I don't believe, I think a lot of our problems are people can't comprehend
yeah.
what other people are saying. What like what I say is exactly what I mean. It's not like sugar coated or anything like that. But I think a lot of the is just that people just are fucking dumb.
I've had 3 straight days of nothing but people talking about AI. AI this, AI that. "Oh, we have a business problem? Well, let's just dump it into AI, and AI will tell us what to do, and then AI will do it for us, and then we'll ask AI this," and I'm just like, I'm so sick and tired of people talking about AI. I and honestly, maybe that's why I wanna write a book or something because I wanna get back to just some foundation of the computer, the robot not doing it for me.
Yeah. No, I mean I get it. Uh yeah, I try not to use AI for anything like hard, you know, organization, things like that. But anything that requires thinking, like I try to do it. You know,
Yeah.
if I don't like doing long equations, so I will make it do that.
That's fine. I mean, there's
But it,
efficiency in AI, but when you sit here and you tell
yeah,
it, "Tell me everything to do," I don't know.
no,
I don't know.
no,
It's
you're
a
no smart.
conundrum.
You're not intelligent, and you're at the liberty of whoever built the AI.
Mhm.
Like,
Yep.
so if they want to say that the grass is blue, eventually you're gonna have a bunch of motherfuckers think the grass is blue. I mean, you would hope not, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you're
Yep.
at the liberty of whoever, like search engines. They can filter out whatever they want. They can
Yeah.
let whatever they want through. They can
Yep.
show you whatever they want to show you. And so it's part of me is like none of this is happenstance that things happen and stuff like that. It's kind of for me, I'm like, I feel a lot of this is orchestrated.
Yeah. I
uh
it's the algorithm. It's the algorithm. You talk about something, you think about something, and all of a sudden it's in your entire feed, and you're just like, "What?
yeah.
What?
Yeah,
I don't
that
want
there's
this."
that. But then there's also just I think dumbing down society as a
Yeah.
whole is a way to control them because they're just dumb and fighting like this like our big problems are like we fight each other way too much
We
over the dumbest shit, dude.
we fighting is the only thing that gets engagement. Fighting or sex.
Negative,
Fi
negative,
negativity.
negative. eh,
Negativity. Eh, you could go on any social media platform right now, and let's say they have 18,000 comments. The first 10 might be the supporters, right? "Yes, you go, whatever, I love you." And then you get into the deep negativity of all this engagement of just, "Oh, why would you do this? How did you do this?" And that's what makes people money, and it's either negativity or sex. And neither of those contribute to society.
no, and I mean, most of the like, and one of those used to be taboo. You know, sex
Yeah,
used to be
yeah,
a social taboo. So I, I
yep,
don't like where society's headed. I think that we're headed down a path that isn't. Well, I want to say righteous because I'm not like this, you know, huge. Like I'm not like a Bible thumper or anything like that. But at the same time, I'm like, we are not living in a world that I would want to live in. You know, like it's just
mm,
we're in a lot of this is just I don't know, evil. A lot of it's just evil, and
mm.
and we're allowing the evil to win, and
Or it's a
it's
scam, right? Half of social media is a scam. Um, I
yeah,
think
evil.
constantly, I don't enjoy sales. You know, it's to a fault of my own where in a young age I partied more than I should have, and I didn't really follow a career, and I ended up in sales, and that's just kind of where I got caught up. And over a decade later, that's kind of where I'm at, and I don't want to start. We talked about this before, but it gets to the point where I think like, well, what else would I enjoy? And there's just like to me, there's not a lot of ideas out there that aren't some sort of social scam or some sort of product scam or some sort of use AI to be an Amazon affiliate or use this and that to be negative. And it's either or then there's OnlyFans or people selling this and that, and it just comes back to either some sort of negative content or some sort of sex. And I'm just like, well, what the fuck else is there?
I would like to think that's not everything, because like we have streamers that don't stream like they. I mean, there might be some negative stuff, but like I'm trying to think of like the more famous younger streamers, Neon. He's not normally in like controversies and stuff. So I mean, like you can, I guess, but you got to stream 24/7 every day and get lucky. I mean, it's all luck.
But even streaming, like, who
It's not
cares
us,
watching
but it's
people
not
play
us.
video games? That's
But
what I'm
it's not
saying, like,
us. It's the generation
why?
below
Why
us.
is that a thing? Why is it
I don't
okay for people to make millions
participation
of dollars
trophies.
for
I don't
playing a
know.
video game? Like, what does
I
that
don't know.
contribute to society?
I have no idea. But why do
Yeah.
people? I mean, dude, they. I've been fascinated with that ever since I saw my daughter watching someone play Roblox. I go, why don't you just play Roblox? Like who? And it's like it's sometimes more entertaining to watch someone else. I mean, why is Burnt Peanut making have 100,000 people on one platform watching him anytime he's on? I I
I
don't
don't know.
get it.
So
It's
I
not
don't know
something
what
that
you
I
just
it's
said.
not some Burnt Peanut, it's like the guy that looks like a peanut. I don't know if you've seen the clips. I
No.
they come around my I don't search any of this out. You know what I'm saying? Like it just shows up. The shit and that's the thing. It's like it just shows up. Cool. Yeah, it's there, but I don't go on YouTube and I'm like, I have to watch all of Burnt Peanut shit. I don't give a fuck. Cool, great. Like, but that's us. There's a we're 40 years old. You gotta think there's kids 30, 20, 10. That's all these fuckers do.
That's
So
it.
it's like, okay. And so even like the retail stuff, the whatnot, and like live auctions, like that's the wave of the future. Like there won't be fucking stores. People are gonna be selling shit out of their houses or warehouses, and you'll never go to storefronts. You're just gonna buy shit and it gets shipped to your house. If it doesn't fit, then you ship it back. Like own a fucking a shipping company, you'll print money.
Mm, mm. Well, we've gone on an absolute tangent.
Hell yeah, dude.
It might be the biggest tangent of the You Good podcast history, where we are so far off from where this segment even started. We didn't even get into like the next part of it, but like it's just like it's all just I don't know. It's all so true,
I
and
don't mind where it went.
I don't either. It just I don't know what the answer is. I don't because it's only gonna get worse, especially as technology advances, especially as AI gets more advanced. I'm kind of nervous to wonder where the next 10 years go, and,
A lot I think it goes to a lot of I think there's a gonna be a big job problem. I think a lot of jobs, not every job, I think, but a lot of the simpler jobs are gonna be done by AI and automated as
mm,
much as possible. You see it in the fast food industry. You don't really have any interaction with anybody anymore, unless they're giving you your food.
oh, I don't give a
Ordering.
shit about that because people that run fast food are fucking
No,
idiots.
no, but I'm just saying, like, that's I think that's gonna create a problem that people didn't
Yeah.
realize, like, an unforeseen consequence is the amount of people that don't have jobs because they just aren't skilled, and
Everybody's gonna be
those
playing
jobs
video games or having sex. That's it.
I think there's gonna
Or
be end up
dancing.
being a universal wage. I don't think there's a way to avoid that in the next 100 years. I just the way everything's going, it just doesn't like I said, the entry level, the very easy jobs won't be there. They will
Yeah.
be automated, they just won't exist. So then it's like, okay, I have to be skilled. Well, how do you get skilled? You're not gonna be able to get the the experience without like certain
Yeah.
programs and things like that. But again, I think that's a I'm not a politician. I've never sought out to be one. I've never wanted to fix humanity's problems. I just wanna live my life and hopefully leave it better for my family.
Yeah.
Uh, and I think a lot more people should have that mentality than worrying about other people's shit.
I Social media has made people just care about everybody else and not about themselves. And I think you're absolutely right. I mean, at some point, I don't know. At some point, 60% of the fucking population is going to be broke and playing video games or doing dances on TikTok.
No,
I'm
I
just like,
think was that? Ready
what?
Player One. I think that dystopian type thing, it isn't. It might not be that far off. And then then life starts imitating art when people live in this made up world rather than live in the real world. I think that is a very realistic possibility with how everything's going.
I mean, it's just insane to think like in order to live in this world, like you have to make six figures and you have
So
to either sell your soul, sell your body,
so
or
how do we fix it?
that I don't
Well,
have an answer for that.
because you got the boomers set tell us, "Oh, well, I was buying a house." Don't shut the fuck up. You could buy a house with $30,000. If that was the case, I could buy a house this year.
Right.
And then so then it's like, so how what has happened to where that isn't the case anymore? It's like, oh, inflation, made up, like the dollar's made up. There's nothing backing it. So it's all just speculatory. If we just wanted to say we're gonna go use Bitcoin tomorrow, then the dollar's worthless. Then the dollar would be absolutely worthless. So it's eh, you have to look at it like that, and it's like, okay, well, w- these people, as in the politicians, are the reason we've gotten to this point, and we keep electing the same ones, thinking they're going to make different decisions, and unfortunately, it's not going to be the case. We have an elitist, and then the haves and have-nots. And I'm like, and all the have-nots are too busy fighting each other. And it's just, you guys need to wake the fuck up. Like, wake the fuck up. This shit won't get better. Like, we pay taxes for what?
We pay taxes to pay taxes to pay taxes
So
to
for
die.
what? So you guys can then spend an absorbent amount of money on steak knives? Go fuck yourselves. Like,
Yeah.
I eh,
But
I love this country, but we have problems, and the
it's
biggest is not being able to
but
have
it's not this
conversations.
country. It's not this it's this world.
No, it's the world.
It's this
Yeah,
world.
for
It's this
sure.
world. Like we fucking spend our entire lives working for something that's fake, i.e. money, uh, to to make
But you
somebody
need
else
it.
have a good life, and then
Yeah,
to
and
die. Like,
so let's just keep making content. Hopefully, we'll be the ones motherfuckers watch. Probably not. We're not negative enough.
we're,
I mean,
dude, after having Oja on, we are not negative
no,
enough.
and that's the thing. Like, what we should do is just start like making like hot takes randomly, like after the show or something, so where we have a bunch of clips of just us just being mean, and then
Just
those are gonna be the ones that go viral.
on, dude.
But
We could probably turn this into the "fuck you" podcast
oh,
tomorrow.
it would blow the fuck up.
Yeah, we could sit here and we could spit hate and we could spit racist shit and
Oh no,
fucking
hell no, I wouldn't do that. But
no, no,
the hateful
I'm
shit
not
for
saying we can
sure.
do it, but I'm just saying we could do it and we would be viral and we would probably be
But that's the
millionaires.
easy way.
That's but that's the insane thing. Why? Why is not talking about the good and the positive something that moves you forward? Why is it if I came on here and told everybody to go fuck themselves and said every racist thing I could say, and all of a sudden we have engagement and likes and clicks and shares and monetization and now, oh, life is good and life is easy, but fuck you, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just crazy.
I wish we had more engagement, because this would be a great question to ask our audience to get feedback, because
Mm.
I don't know when did it all shift? Because like flower power and all that, like those 70s seem to be pretty positive.
Yeah.
During Vietnam, but they still were pretty positive.
Goddamn
And
Vietnam.
then when did it get so bad? And I'm just like, is technology what made everyone bad? You know, like, I hate to blame technology, but even our news, we don't get good news. It's all shit news.
Yeah. We never got
Like,
good
when was
news.
the last time you turned on a news program and got,
I don't.
you know, we I don't watch the news either.
Yeah,
I've
if you
turned
turn
it
the
off
news on,
because it's so negative.
it's either somebody murdered something, some baby got stolen, or what did Trump shit out today? And let's just like,
Yeah,
why?
like, we
Yeah,
want different results, we need to make different choices, but people don't wanna do that because that requires to actually use my brain and think, and I hate it. I hate it so much. I just wish I could have a conversation with somebody and not be labeled a Trumper because I don't believe what you believe. And I'm like, "I don't believe what that asshole believes either, but you automatically labeled me because of that." And, like, and I'm just like, that's it just when did we get so narrow-minded? When did we get so to the point where I can't talk to people?
the
Like,
good
it
people
just
are afraid. The good people are afraid. They're
yeah,
afraid to. They're afraid. The good people don't want to be on social media. They don't want to comment.
I don't blame them. I
They
don't
want to
blame them.
stick to them. They, just like you said, they want to stick to
But
themselves. They
we're a
want to
safe
focus on their
place.
family.
But we are a safe place. We say it in our opening.
Yeah,
You're we're your outlet. We wanna hear from you.
they're
Like,
the good people are afraid
well, they
because
shouldn't be here.
that and that's why
Comment,
the
like,
negative
comment,
people.
share, subscribe.
The negative people don't give a shit, right? The early days of YouTube and the internet, the like, share, subscribe, the let's do this together, the plur movement and like all of that shit, that was 2010s. Like that was a different time. Now the negative people have taken over. In the last 15 years, those are the ones who the miserable people because they got access to social media, the keyboard
Maybe it's just
warriors,
that. Maybe
as we called them, got
maybe
access to
just more
social media.
people are miserable. Maybe everybody's just so
Everybody's
fucking
fucking miserable,
miserable.
dude. Everybody's miserable.
Like, dude,
I don't give a shit what social media looks like. Everybody is miserable.
I don't I mean, I don't feel like I'm miserable.
L- uh, Life, okay. Life might be good, right? And you may be a positive person, but there's deep down everybody is fucking struggling. And I think like that's okay. I take it back. Everybody is not miserable. Eh, Most people are struggling. And
I
it's
think everybody's dealing with shit. How you choose to deal with it is
yeah,
what makes you you, right? Like, and I think that, like, you choose to be miserable.
mm,
Like, it's a
yeah,
choice.
yeah.
Like, and so why are you choosing to be that way? Why are you choosing to be negative? Why don't you just go spread positivity? Why don't you tell somebody they look nice today? Like, how hard is that? It's the same amount of energy to tell someone to fuck off as to, "Hey, you look nice today."
Why? Why? Because what if I tell a girl, "Hey, you look nice today," and she'd be like, "Oh, don't fucking sexualize me."
Oh,
That's why.
I wasn't
That
sexualizing
but
you, but have a
but
good day and
but
move
th
on.
but
Why did okay, so what?
that's why.
You don't
People
no. Don't ch you're letting society change who you wanna be, and that's the problem. You
mm,
don't let anyone change who you are. Like, nobody. And I think that's the biggest thing. I think people give a shit way too much. Like, and you went to women. Tell a dude he looks nice.
well, now you're fucking gay, dude.
Oh, cool. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'll show you how gay I am. Come here, big boy. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, and if they react like that, so what? Have I've called I've called I've called transgender people, I've mislabeled them just because that it not on purpose. It yes sir, yes ma'am type stuff. Like,
Right.
and then they correct you, and then it's like, okay, I'm sorry. It's not. I would never be like, no, fuck you. But at the same time, it's like this is. I grew up that way. It's not. It's just it's a respect thing.
Mm,
I
yeah.
don't
Fuck.
know, man. The way this world's going, man, I, we're not gonna win with more hate.
Yeah, but
So
there's more hate than more
so what?
positivity, and it's only gonna get worse.
It if you let it,
Yeah.
like, do you need it? Like, if you let it, we need more positive people. We need more people to be the light, so the darkness can't win,
Mm.
and more people not afraid to be it and be unapologetically it.
I don't I don't I don't I don't see it. I don't wanna say ever. I don't see that happening in the foreseeable future because of our leaders, our politician, our government, the monopolies, the amount of, single families that run this world. Um, I
Yeah.
just we they have too much power, and nobody will overthrow them. Maybe the answer is just a good old revolution. At some point in our life, there is going to be a revolution.
Oh, for sure. I just don't know if it's like it would have to be like worldwide.
It at some point, um, the debt ratio is gonna be insane. Money
To
is not gonna
who?
be
You owe a made up fucking thing.
that's
Tell
what
them
I'm
you're not
saying.
paying them anymore. And
But
guess
but that
what? Fuck off, Rothschilds.
uh,
Fuck off. Like,
but then you don't have a house, then you don't have a car, right? Then you
no,
don't have
no, it's
groceries.
not. Look, there's gonna be a lot of. I don't fuck groceries. Like, that's the thing. Let's go back to homesteading. Like, you all rely on the government way too fucking much. Like, stop. Just stop paying taxes. What the fuck are they gonna do?
Take it to jail?
Th-
Like, what do
If
you mean?
every
What do you
American
mean?
decided tomorrow they were
Okay,
not gonna
well,
pay fucking taxes anymore, what the fuck are they gonna do? Nothing.
that's what I'm
But
saying, a
that's
revolution.
my
Now you're
point.
talking
Like,
about a revolution.
I've been talking revolutions.
But
I've been ready, dude.
people are too s people are too people are too scared to do
Comfortable.
that.
No, they're comfortable. They like their lives. Like, leave the US. Go leave the US for a month in some other country and tell me how bad you have it here. You're going to be like, "Holy shit." But that's the thing. Everybody's too comfortable. Everybody needs to. I think it should be a prerequisite. If you're an American, you need to go fucking study abroad somewhere and
Mhm.
get an actual idea of a different culture and be like, holy shit, maybe I should like where I live. Go
Mm,
ask Brittany Griner how much she liked fucking Russia.
mhm.
Like, it's
Yeah,
just one of those. It's we don't have pride in where we live. We don't care.
there's no respect.
Why?
Again, because it's too easy to be negative
Yeah, but we
and
need to be positive.
not have repercussions.
No, we need to be positive. We need to call people on their shit while being positive, but I think there's a way to do that. I mean, be like I said, be the light you want to see, dude. Just be I'm telling you, just be nice to somebody randomly. Watch their face. Just watch their face when people aren't expecting stuff. It's crazy. And it could be as simple as just holding the door or running to hold the door for somebody. Like, most of the time, people think you're rushing to get in front of them.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Here's the other thing,
Hate's
is
not gonna win. It was Martin Luther King, right? Like, love, you're only gonna be announced as evil with love or some shit like that.
but the other thing is people don't wanna even talk to people. Like, think about how many
No,
people
I
have
know.
ear pods in or headphones or they're down in their phone, like, they don't wanna talk. There's no eye people are afraid to make eye contact. I've been at a trade show for 3 days, and I can't tell you how many people are afraid to make eye
Well, at
contact.
trade shows, you avoid eye contact because it leads to a conversation.
I'm not I'm not I'm not at a sales convention, I'm at an educational convention. I'm
Are
at
you selling
I
products?
am at a continued learning educational convention. People
Yeah,
are
but are you
here to
selling
learn
product?
more. No,
People aren't buying product?
no.
Oh,
They're here to learn. I
well, yeah,
my
that's
my
kinda
2
dumb.
2 of my founders are professors at Michigan and, Georgia State. Like, we're here to educate people. People are here to learn. I've had many conversations with people at, like, Stanford and MIT, like, people are here to learn, but yet they're still afraid to make eye contact.
Well, that's why. 'Cause it leads to conversations. I tend to do that at trade shows, but because if I don't, then I'm gonna be talking to everybody.
I love
And
making eye contact with people. Like, that's how
I
you get to
love it
read
as
somebody.
well. Oh, trust me, I do as well, but at trade shows, dude, if it d at SHOT Show, there's fucking 3,000 vendors.
Oh.
No, there's no fucking way I'm making eye contact with everybody. Like, I'm doing what I
Why?
need to
Be
do
the light you wanna be, motherfucker.
'cause I have well, 'cause it gets taxing, but doesn't mean I'm not nice. Like, especially, like, I was at one in Orlando not too long ago, and, like, there'd be people and not none of these people, like, they'd be by themselves, so the ones that are by themselves, I'd be like, "Hey, how's your show going?" Chat 'em for a few minutes and walk on, but even that is rare. Have a good show. How many times have people say, "Have a good show" to you? It's so fucking rare. Like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
I
No.
don't know. When did we get so skewed? When did everything get so flawed? I don't know. It makes me sad.
2004. No, I don't know.
2004? Yeah.
I don't know. When fucking 2001, when TSA got created, fucking 9/11
2001 was
ruined
not a great year for me, so
9/11 ruined everything.
I will say 2001 was terrible.
2001 is when the world just
I don't know, I disagree. At
I'm
least us as Americans were united. Like, we
so
had
okay.
one.
Well, I was just kidding, but you say that, and here's the so I watched a comedy clip. I forgot who the comedian was, and he was non-American. It might have been an episode of Kill Tony, but he was not American. He's like the crazy thing about 2000 about 9/11 is people in like North Carolina were pissed off that somebody flew a plane, somebody destroyed something in New York, and like it's a true statement. You know, the whole nation took offense when 9/11 happened, and the whole nation had the same opinion on it, but I don't like that doesn't happen in today's world. A world a national news event could happen, and I'm not saying something as catastrophic as 9/11, but, these school shootings or massive events where people die, and you look at it, and it's a split 50-50. There's
Yeah,
nothing in this
trying to
world that
spin it.
happens anymore where it's like, "Oh, yeah, that dude raped somebody. That dude's fuck him." It's like, no, well, you know what? Well, I could see this and I could see that. Everybody
It's
argues
so true,
about
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
There's there's
No,
there's there's no like I don't want to call it a mob mentality, but there's no like straight agreement in this world. Nothing is truly agreed on anymore. There's nothing, not a single thing.
I don't. No, I think that it is. I think you either are for it or against it. There's no gray areas
Okay,
anymore.
how about this then? What do we need? Do we need Iran or Iraq to come over here and fucking drop a bomb on us to
No,
be like, "Oh, not
I
America."
think people need to realize that everything's not black and white, and they need to live in the gray. I like there's like it's
So
not
that's what
one
I'm
way or
asking,
the
like,
other.
but is that what it takes? Like, we're talking about an act of terrorism, right? We're talking about 9/11 now. Fucking somehow. So we went from childhood fucking stories to now we're talking about 9/11. But
Because you
we're
said
talking about an act of
2001 was a
terrorism
terrible year.
to unite us. Is that what we need again? Do we need another 9/11? Do we need a
No,
world war to unite us?
no, we need a reason to be united. It doesn't need
Which is
necessarily be
the
a war. Well, war's not going to unite us because most people don't want to go to war. So war's not it. Another terrorist. I don't want to see more aliens. That's it. We need aliens.
come take
We
us,
need
please.
aliens to come down and be like, we're gonna fuck you up if you don't get your
Come-
shit together.
Come anal
And that's
probe
it.
me.
No, I mean, you offering? No, um, no, but I think at this point, I think it would take something like that, where something comes here that's not from here. That's like, I can fuck you all up, and it's just like we should probably get our shit together. Like, I think that's the
Dude,
only way that us as
honestly,
a society unites. I don't
I think
see
if 9/11 were to happen today, people
it'd be
wouldn't.
spun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
I think,
don't.
dude, if Iran or Iraq were to bomb us right now, it's Trump's fault. It's not. Let's come together as a nation and protect our land. It's it's Trump's fault.
You're probably not wrong.
If 9/11 happened today, it would not be never forget. Never forget is fucking gone.
Yeah, people forgot.
Oh yeah,
People forgot.
yeah.
I, yeah, I.
That's
It's just sad. I don't know when they did, but they did. When did people forget? When did people forget?
2016.
15 years. Good 15-year run. COVID, maybe COVID.
Can't trust the WHO. Can't trust the CDC. Can't trust the government. Might as well just fucking call the aliens.
I bet when I've been, dude, that's it. Like, what else on Alex Jones's checklist hasn't happened yet? Because there's not much.
You figured
What
it
more? What more has Alex Jones been right about?
out. Hey, at some point, Elon is gonna have the aliens with us somewhere.
Dude, just think, like, every so many dollars he makes more net worth than some people's complete GDP, like some nations' complete GDP, which is crazy. Good for him. Capitalism.
Fake. Money isn't worth shit.
No shit. But we all give it a value.
Maybe we need to get rid of money.
You gotta get rid of the Fed. That's pretty much it.
Dude, I wish I wish the Great Reset happened and just live in a fucking shack in the middle of nowhere.
Dude,
Just
if I
raise my
had the
kids.
Infinity Stones, everybody gets a homestead. Fuck the politicians
Just
instantly.
learn to fish, learn to hunt, go live in the land, claim
We
your
need to make that
property.
more of a fuck, dude. We need to normalize that more. Buy fucking 100 acres with your buddies and put fucking 10 houses on it and grow food, raise cattle, teach your children, and then just fuck the government until they work for us. And yet everyone's like, "Oh, our founding fathers were 30-year-old fucking men." Like,
Isn't that crazy to think about?
people don't think about it. People don't think about that. They don't think that these people had the wherewithal to write a document that we still is like ironclad hundreds of years later.
And we can't
Uh,
even do anything without AI
we
15 days later.
fucking can't agree on shit. Like,
I mean that right there, and you said it earlier is our technological advancement in the last 50 years is more than the last 200, but at the same time, at some point we came together as a nation with just
to become a nation.
some 30-year-old fucking dudes who are like,
to
what is
become a
the
nation.
what is the
to-
right thing to do? How do we put the right thing in place?
The right thing to do. They fought over a tax, 2% raise in taxes. They were over it.
I wish taxes were 2 fucking percent now.
Dude, oh my God. And it's just like, and at the time, Britain was the greatest force in the world. So we were like, yeah, we're done with this shit. And then we went and fought the greatest fucking army on the planet at the time. There's nobody. We could do that now. Fuck the government, and let's see what happens. I don't think our servicemen attacked us. That's me personally, but there's only one way to find out.
Mm. Yep.
Let's fucking Nepal this shit. Burn Parliament down and call it a day.
Well, you have to think about it. When the founding fathers came here, there wasn't this population, right? They could travel out west and create. We don't have that freedom. We can't.
They
just
couldn't
be like, "Hey."
travel out west. They had to move the fucking Indians. The Indians were here. Then they did mass genocide to get rid of them so we could move out west.
Yeah, but you're fucking talking about Indians with horses and knives and bows, and they were killed with guns. Like we can't.
Dude,
do
they
that
weren't
anymore.
killed until we invented the guns. They were fucking our shit up, and because of that, we invented it. The repeating rifle got invented because of that.
So what do we invent to blow up our military? Aliens.
Good point. Aliens, dude. I'm telling you, aliens answer all of our problems.
And honestly, the only thing that changes it is nuclear weapons. That's it.
Well, that's the complete annihilation. I think, honestly, it takes something where every nation has skin in the game.
Nuclear.
I think
weapons.
it takes some
nuclear. That's
not
it.
everybody. What? Give everybody nukes?
No.
Everyone gets a nuke.
I'm saying is until somebody creates a nuke and does fucking something with it, nothing will change.
I mean, we've not allowed people to make them. Isn't that why we're attacking Iran right now?
Yes. And what I'm saying is until somebody successfully creates it and does a global reset, nothing will change. Because like you said, I think about the Iran-Iraq situation, right? And this is crazy because we don't talk about politics and we're sitting here fucking talking about politics. Maybe it's because I'm drinking the bullet and I've let this whole episode go completely off the rails. 100% my fault. But until something like, think about if that were to happen, the world would still be so divided on whose side to be on. It would take a nuclear weapon to create a world war to.
No, because you're still looking. No, I think it's going to take someone not of this world to unite this world.
Okay.
Like, we are not going to be united unless there's a common enemy.
If you're fucking declaring that our world doesn't change until aliens come and save us.
No. Aliens need to come in and try to attack us. That's
attack us to then save us. That's fucking crazy. Like that's
just
where we're
threaten
getting
us.
here. That's where this conversation has got to.
Guess what? I think it's more plausible than us as a whole coming together. I think aliens coming down and threatening the world is more plausible than the world peace.
Coming together.
Yeah. I think that it's 1,000%
statement.
I think that's 1,000% more plausible than world peace. So
this might be my fucking most favorite episode ever.
It's pretty solid. I will say it's solid. I did a great guide. I don't think we got past segment 1, but we nailed it. I think we nailed it. I personally enjoyed it. Look, if our fans liked it, maybe we should just do more of these just random ass shit.
If you are still listening an hour, we're going to be 90 plus minutes in at this point, but if you're still listening, engage with us. Be our fans. Tell us
you're still here. Just comment still here. Comment anal
Comment
probe.
still here for the guide.
Still here for the guide. God.
Oh. Yeah, dude. I don't know what the answer is, but
I just wish my kids could be feral. I just
I just wish my kids could ride their bike in the streets until the lights come on.
I just wish that they only had to worry about white vans with free candy painted on the side.
Yep.
I
Yep.
wish that was all they had to worry
I
about.
wish all they had to worry about was the mass amount of drugs that people are gonna try to make them do against their will. Rest in peace, DARE program.
Yeah, especially during Halloween.
I wish all we had to worry about was how bad pot would make us go down the rabbit hole to kill ourselves.
Well, I think, yeah. That's a whole nother story. The DARE program.
I mean, just what a time to be alive where weed would cause you to shoot yourself in the face. Like that was our problem back then. Don't smoke weed; it will make you shoot yourself.
No, it was weed would make you melt into the couch, and you don't want to be like that loser friend. That's what happened.
Oh my god!
Don't you know weed makes you melt into the couch, and you just sit there? those fucking commercials.
Don't be that guy. No. The commercial where they get high and then they go to the shotgun cap, and then all of a sudden they blow their brains out.
Makes sense. I don't know. I think it's all propagandized. I think people need to turn off their TV. And send your kids out into the street. Just watch them from your patio.
We need a great reset. We need a great reset where we watch them from our plot of fucking grass and our tree, not.
I think that's the great reset. Just buy a bunch of land with your friends and
it won't happen.
Turn off the TVs. Yeah, because it's not normal.
It'll be interesting to see what happens at the next election. I think the next election is going to be a very big.
We don't even know who's running.
No, we don't. We don't. But there's no good candidates.
There's never good candidates.
There hasn't.
Sorry, there is. Sorry, there is. They're just not Democrats or Republicans.
Right. There hasn't been a good candidate for 16 years.
When was it? Gary Johnson.
Trump
Gary
and
Johnson
Biden and Trump and Obama and Obama.
Well, because it's all. Look, I don't know if you're aware of this, but in the 80s, Democrats and Republicans got together and formed the Committee of Presidential Debate, which basically made it to where if you don't get 15% of the vote, your party can't debate in the next election. So they eventually weeded out every fucking third party.
Yeah.
So the only two that gets on stage are Democrats and Republicans.
That's what I'm saying.
So unless you fucking sell your soul to one of the two fucking parties, you can't get anywhere. So I hate it. And when people realize that, then maybe we can start getting somewhere. But
that's what I'm saying. We haven't had a good candidate for 20 years.
Yeah, easily.
I don't care what side of the fence you're on. I don't care if you're.
No, I'm with you. I like
Trump, Obama, or Biden. We haven't had a good candidate for 20 years.
Just pandering.
Yeah,
that's all it is just pandering.
All it is one side has office for 4 years and they say they're going to do this, and then the next side wins and comes in and they try and undo everything from the last 4 years, and then they try and do what they want, and then the next side comes in and they try and undo it with that.
They're the same evil. It's just different side of the coin.
And meanwhile, they're not even the ones running the fucking country. It's the Googles and the Apples and everybody that owns them and the gas. And the
oil.
I
was like, it's the 8 families.
Yeah. Yep. But it's the big bad Trump. It's not
dude.
People that had the billions of dollars that are
because it's easy. It's easy to It's easy to make dumb people think that it's just one person. when it's not the whole system. And I mean, like, I'm not calling anybody dumb. I mean, I am, but not anybody specific, because Republicans are just as fucking dumb.
John Dugas,
Democrats are
he's
just as
dumb as
fucking
fuck.
dumb. Oh wow, you just government named him, huh? I'm sorry.
Kamish works the system.
Sorry, sorry,
An hour
Kamish.
45 in, and here it comes.
I was like, damn, dude. Oh man, I'll try to bleep that out, but I might
I'm
forget.
gonna tag him on. This is gonna be a clip.
This is gonna be clipped. Oh god. No,
Kamish works the system.
no, I think that's the problem, right? I think
Fantasy baseball.
you start
absolutely.
talking like that, then people are like, "Oh, I'm not talking about you." And if you think I am, maybe I am. Like, like if you
Oh,
think
now
I
we're
am, I
talking about
probably am.
insecurity.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not talking about shit.
I don't even know where to go from here. Like,
I think it's probably just, I don't even know how to tie this all into a bow.
okay, so how do we take uh, World War, alien invasion, and tie this back into riding our bikes until the streetlights came out?
I think the aliens are the answer.
Oh,
I think the answer to all of our problems are the aliens. They need to come down like they did during the pyramid times and just fix shit and then leave again.
I mean, the
But
pyramids is a whole nother rabbit hole if you want to go down that.
I don't, dude. We are not. This is not going to be a 3-hour podcast of everything we should probably not talk about. No, I honestly, I tried to bring it all back to the kids. Like,
Okay,
I just
how about this? We've spent this whole episode talking about just absolutely ridiculous things. Like I mean, a year in, and like I said, no politics, no religion. We're fucking talking about politics, which is crazy to me. But
I tried
maybe we
not to.
maybe we just do a complete 180 and bring it back in with a good old fashioned game. How about that? How about that? Do you even
Yeah,
want to get back on track, or are we just so far gone?
I don't. I mean, I don't think we even need to get back on track. I think you
Okay.
just tie this episode up on a bow, and
Okay.
there's no point in trying to get back on track. I think it went completely off the rails pretty early on. So
Oh.
I personally think that it's one of our better episodes because of how random it is. I want to give us your take on this episode in the comments, or you could shoot us an email. But I would love to know what our loyal listeners think about this episode and how just completely off the rails it was. And one of us is sober too, so that's that's also kind of bizarre.
It is Thursday. It is Thursday morning, Nick.
That is true, and only one of us is sober.
I got a cramp. I got a cramp.
It's probably because you're not hydrated, because one of us isn't sober. But I digress. And he's gone. He completely fell out. Yeah, so it's been an amazing episode. I personally enjoyed it. Reminiscing about all the stuff we did as children, not uh our kids missing out on some of it does suck, but I don't
Okay, how
see
about
it
this?
getting.
Let me ask you this question. There is a theme to everything that we've been discussing, and the theme is freedom.
It's not
Okay?
free.
No, wait. Here's how we tie it back. We talked about the freedom of being a child. We talked about the freedom before the internet. We talked about the freedom of the founding fathers. Huh? Did all that freedom make us more independent? Or do you think that we were just lucky enough to grow up in an era of transition before our freedoms, and I don't even want to say that our freedoms were taken away, but our freedoms are definitely being tested by enter whatever government or whatever other thing that you want to enter here. Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did being independent turn into something else? That's a tough one.
I don't know. Like for me, it's
Do we have too much freedom or not enough?
no. There's no such thing as too much freedom.
The freedom of social media, the freedom.
Like you have freedom for everything, but there's consequences to your freedom.
Mm,
Like there's consequences. You can do literally whatever the fuck you want. There's consequences to doing that. Like there, and we only the things that like we say are bad are only bad because that's what we deem them as. But if you stole something to feed your family, is that bad?
Mm.
So that you know what I'm saying? Like at a certain point, like the consequences are
yeah.
what matters, not
Okay, how about
necessarily.
this? If is life becoming so hard that every generation thinks that the next one has it easier? So every
If
time we look
anything,
back,
it's
like,
gonna get harder. I think each generation is getting harder and harder to live. I don't think it's getting easier. I don't think. I think with the technology advances, certain aspects of life get easier, but there are a lot of aspects of life that are a lot harder now than 30 years ago. There's a lot of aspects of life that are harder now than 50 years ago.
but
And
but that's what I'm saying. We say that as 40-year-olds, as 35 to 40-year-olds, right? But what do 20-year-olds think? Right? Because they're the ones with 30,000 followers on Instagram. You know, the
they don't have
20-year-olds,
enough life experience to think anything. Like,
right? But in 20
uh,
years, that's what I'm saying. We're talking
yeah,
now,
I
we're
would
talking
like
about
to talk
decades
to them
and
in 20
generations.
years. Like what they think in 20 years right now, I don't really care what they think.
And you know what we sound like? The people that we call boomers.
You call me boomer. I don't have to care what you think. I don't have to care what anybody thinks.
Mm.
Call me whatever you want. Like, but I don't, and I think that's part of it. I think people think that what they have to say matters. It doesn't. You're not profound. You're
Mm.
on Facebook. You're not Socrates. You're not literally the voice of a generation. You are a one in a billion motherfuckers on Facebook. Woo!
But that goes for us too. We are 1 in a billion of people on a
Listen,
podcast.
yep, and our intentions are literally just to help. I don't give a shit if this never makes us money. Like, I
That's
really
fair.
don't. I'm
No,
gonna
that's
do
fair.
this as long as we possibly can consecutively, and all I want to do is for to help. And guess what? Because of that, it probably will never be as famous as some of the other podcasts. But that's okay. I don't
No.
care. I'm not doing it for that. I'm
Yeah.
not doing it for the wrong reasons. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I am
Well,
very well aware every time I bring that up about the platform I'm on and what I'm doing. Every single time I say that,
Here's the thing about our podcast is we hate everything about the ability which gives us to make this podcast.
Yeah, no, I hate what we have to do to try to get it to grow. Like
Yeah.
it's doesn't happen organically. It takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of shit like we don't want to do. We don't want to be on TikTok, but that's the only way this stuff's going to grow and has been growing. TikTok,
Fair.
Instagram Shorts, the Reels. That's literally we started growing a following once we started doing that shit.
Yeah.
And that was 8 months into doing this. So
Yeah, right.
so whatever, we're learning, but we didn't do it to be that. Like if we
No.
wanted to be famous, we probably could have done it a different way and we probably could have blown up overnight. But
Yep.
we're a two-man band. We're doing it by ourselves. We're figuring it all out as we go. And it's not for that reason. It's for your therapy.
Yep. Tie it in,
So,
baby. Tie it in.
hell yeah. Well, enjoy, kids.
Let me see how I can spin this back. So I would say that the beginning of this is most of us survived a childhood, right, with far less supervision than we'd ever allow today. And I think that adulthood is just realizing that not only are our parents, they were figuring out, but we're figuring out, but as a society as a whole, I think where this whole episode went is just, hey, our founding fathers were 30 years old. We are 38 years old. Like, we are not too far off from how old they were discovering an entire fucking country. And at some point, there's going to be a stopgap, and the world is going to have a come to Jesus realization of, like, we have to figure it out together again, and there has to be less hate
Maybe it's
and
Jesus.
less separation.
Maybe Jesus comes back.
Jesus or aliens. Jesus or aliens.
Something divine.
If any part of today's episode hit home, share with a friend. Tag us at CrodSpot on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok at CrodSpot and help us keep these conversations going. We drop new episodes every Thursday. If you have a topic, a story, or you just need a vent, please email us at crodspod@gmail.com. As Nick said, we don't give a fuck if we make any money from this.
Oh,
We want to
fuck
hear
yeah.
from you. Our safe space is your outlet. And until next time, live fast, eat ass, or just let the aliens reset this whole fucking country.